All right, welcome to another exciting episode of We There. I'm your host, Cornelius Grant, and today we're at the Jollywood Museum. Yes, if you never hear the name, you hear it now. Jollywood. So you know of Hollywood, Bollywood, and Nollywood. Yes, Jamaica has its own Jollywood. It's my extremely pleasure to have my good friend and also the CEO and founder of Jollywood, Mr. Kanhai. Kanhai, welcome.
Yeah, Bridget. Respect.
You wish me about audience here. Make nice and go.
For real.
Yeah, man, because a man like you deserve that. So, let's get straight into it. All right. So, for those who don't know, we don't want to reach a Jollywood yet. We want to know Kanhai Condison. Let us know, who is Kanhai Condison?
All right, thank you again, Cornelius, for this wonderful opportunity to speak to you and to speak to your audience. Kanhai Condison, I started out in modeling. Did modeling some time ago. Took me all over the place, traveling. I did acting also. I was away for a long time from Jamaica. Got the buzz about coming back to Jamaica to play some part and to make a contribution. So here I am coming back to Jamaica to play my part and to make a contribution. That's basically it. Beyond the modeling, that's family, and I'm not the one who to speak much about family that much.
Okay. Yeah, but for the audience, a lot of people say them are mad, but you can't even, you don't have to elaborate much on it, but like for some of the companies that you're mad for, you can't make them know say you think the lily. Like them there one or two of the companies that you're mad for.
Okay, so I was with Pulse, Pulse Model Agency for a long time. That's where I actually started with Pulse. I moved on to Saint. These are one of the two biggest model agencies in Jamaica. Start off and move on to Saint, and then it took me. I started traveling a lot to different countries just to understand and to know the business itself. But my thing was I didn't want to become a model. I was more interested in film, writing, and all them things still. So it took me to eventually I got the opportunity to go to South Africa. And that's where I did most of my work in South Africa, because I got more into the modeling. I got more jobs. So I appeared in about 40 magazines when I was in South Africa. I did pretty good when I was living in South Africa. South Africa is dear to my heart. So left South Africa and came back to Jamaica to push into Jollywood. Because at that time I started to do more acting stuff. I started linking with persons who were in acting and film and writing and producing and all that still. So, yeah.
So, did you end up in any film while you was in South Africa?
I did Generations when I was there. I did a couple of episodes in Generations.
Wait, Generation that is on TVJ now?
Yeah.
You've been in it?
Yeah.
Wow.
But let me, maybe I shouldn't actually mention this still, but Jamaica is about 4 or 5 years behind, and
production.
Yeah. So what we get to know still is actually Generation is no longer in South Africa. I don't want to bust anybody bubble still, but it's no longer,
already.
For really, it's no longer in South Africa still. But I did Generations. I did a couple episodes, and that's when I started getting more into acting, start linking up with something, because I did a whole bunch of work. I did commercials. I did TV stuff. I did 1 and 2 short stuff. So that's when I got the buzz and the got bitten by the bug where acting and film is concerned. And that's why I left South Africa at the height of my career to come back to Jamaica to start up Jollywood.
All right. So take us through the brainstorm of you coming up with the idea of Jollywood. What gave you the idea to create this whole concept of Jollywood?
All right, so if anybody know that there's Bollywood, there's Nollywood, and there's Hollywood. But when I was in South Africa and I was researching, I didn't see any Jollywood Jamaica. So I said, you know what? Let me leave and go to Jamaica and pursue Jollywood Jamaica. But I understood that pursuing Jollywood Jamaica and building it for people to get it to a point where people kind of respect it still, is going to take some time. And because I understood that part, and I understood that Hollywood is not just about making movies. Hollywood, film is a cog in the system of Hollywood, and that's why I think we're, even in Jamaica here, we're kind of getting it a bit wrong, because we think it's just movie, and the magazine, the merchandise, the talent agency, the fashion, everything is also part of what makes Hollywood itself still. And I think when we get to that point in Jamaica here, so the industry will start getting more alive. So Jollywood is coming from Hollywood, but what people don't understand to Cornelius is that if you look at the Hollywood model, look at the Bollywood model, look at the Nollywood model, they're all different models, but again, the focus is still the industry. So with Hollywood now, people like the Hollywood type of movie, the blockbuster and all them things are still. Bollywood now loves the music, the theatrics, the colors. That's the Bollywood thing. That's the Bollywood thing. And that's the Bollywood thing. And then with Nollywood now, Nollywood stick to the story. So it's usually something about family, about faith and everything. So Nollywood stick to that now. So with Jamaica now, because we are so rich in all three, I am saying, you know what, we can make Jamaican stuff and we can make Jollywood Jamaica uniquely, but again, it's cousins and everything there still. And again, it's, people might say, well, why Jollywood? But why not? Because everything has to be coming from somewhere. You have different type of cars with the same purpose, different type of cell phones with the same purpose. So different type of industry with the same purpose. So that's basically it.
So are you getting the support from the industry for Jollywood?
All right. I would say it's getting there. You know what I say? I am Jollywood is going to outlive me. I understand that still. So I'm in it for the long haul. It's not a fly-by-night thing. I understand for anything to be great, it takes time to build little by little still. You know what I say? With support from even you in the early part, one of the early adapters to Jollywood, other persons also. So I would say I am getting the support and the support is coming. But what I need to concern myself is, as you remind me before, still I always say, build it and they will come.
Yes.
That and it's brick by brick. You know, the most important part of any building is the foundation. And more time is spent on the foundation than any other floors. So build it and they will come is how I look at things, in the sense of brick by brick, time by time. Whoever it don't reach it, eventually it will get to them still. So my job is to just do the work, and yeah, man.
All right, so I want you to explain to the audience, because there are many different platforms that is out there that I see caters for musicians, dancers, and fashion designers, and even now influencers. Mm-hmm. But as I see Jollywood, I'm a person that does not understand what Jollywood is about. Mm-hmm. You are I don't know about anybody else. I have to talk about what I know. Mm-hmm. So this is what I know. You are the only entity in the entire island that looks out for actors. How do you find that as a challenge?
You know what? I don't really see it as a challenge still. I just think that you just have to do the work. Build it little by little still. Whoever it is, it will get to them eventually still. So I don't really see it as a challenge so far. Yeah, that's how I see it. I don't see it as a challenge. I just see it as doing the work. The work will get out. The revolution will not be televised. That's a very, very popular saying. With regards to sports and other things out there, and they're getting the support, you know, the industry is getting the support little by little. It soon get to a big point. But to me, I look at it very, 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 very differently still. And I figure that's why I can navigate and move around with practically everybody still, because again, I don't really have a dog in the fight. You know, I'm not loyal to this person or loyal to that person. I'm loyal to the industry itself and the building and the growth of it still. So I will behave and carry myself in the sense of I'm a neutral person who is building Jollywood, so I'll reach out to anybody who want me to reach out to them and keep it moving.
All right, so moving on to my next question. I want you to explain what is the and footprint, because I see where I've been in Hollywood and they're inducting people into the Hall of Fame, mm-hmm. right? And people, they keep the press conference and ribbon cut, mm-hmm. and all of that. I want you to explain about your footprint thing, and do you see it reaching to that level where the Hollywood Boulevard, we will see Jollywood Boulevard and the Jollywood sign up on top of a hill, and you know, we keep in the press conference whenever you're having a induction of any celebrity, whether it's in sports, fashion, any form of entertainment, explain to them what is the hand and footprint and how you see it, where you see going in the next.
All right, so the hand and footprint, again, with the hand and footprint, the footprint symbolizes a person's journey, and the handprint symbolizes a person's responsibility to help. Like everything still, it has to grow, because even in the early part of the Hollywood, where they're doing the Hollywood Boulevard, most of those early persons, some people don't really know about. It's about a good maybe 10 decades or 15 or 20 decades, they started the whole press conference, the whole thing. That's when the Hollywood name got a bit bigger. They started all these media things. So it will get to that point. I'm very, very confident it will get to that point. But what I have to do is ensure that I put in the system and the structures in it. So when it get to that point now still, it's easy. I cannot wait until I get support or get to that point before I start trying to let things work. I have to do all these things now. So how I set it now still is how it's going to be, you know? So the process is still the same. And then when the media people come in, the media people come in still.
All right, so for those, again, that is just watching, because remember, I know about you, and I would like as much information about you get out there. Let them know about some of the work that you have produced, such in film, like where your own work, where you produce, act, direct. Let them know about some.
All right, so most of my movies them now. So I was inducted in the Caribbean Hall of Fame in 2014. I got an award from the National Institute for the most film deposit in the last 15-20 years. So with my movies now, I write, I star, I direct. My process of shooting movies comes from I start with the storyboard first, and the storyboard move into developing. I have done over 10, 12 films. Escape, you have The Candidate, you have, you know what?
I don't want to virus, I don't want to glasses.
Virus, I've tick virus, haven't been shown as yet still. One of my things is that if you search Jollywood Jamaica, you might find, I don't put my movies on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That's not the premise for my movies, for Jollywood stuff. I put a trailer, I put whatever on YouTube still. If that's a different process, that's a different way still. I have a movie theater still, so I show the movies inside the movie theater. With my first 5 movies, I can say that's polishing up the skill. You know, that's polishing up the skill still. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, just like yourself, you know what I'm saying, in the early part, you will do certain things, and then when you see it, you say, you know what? People will say, good, but you will say, you know what, I'll take that out, next time I'll do that, next time I'll do that still. So that's exactly how I look at the whole process of me making a movie. What's the other part of the question now?
About how you're getting it out there, you direct your act.
Oh yeah, getting it out there. Again, I have never, I don't think I have, ever said to anybody, share my stuff, share this. I just believe in doing the work and putting it out there still. If you want to see any of my movies currently still, you have to come to the movie theater. What you find on YouTube, or if you Google anything, you just find a trailer or whatever the situation still. So yeah, that's basically it still. I also have a platform that I do once a year where I will maybe target about 150 people and send them the link, you know, to a movie, and they watch it that way. You know, but I really want to do movies. I don't want to do anything as a part of movies. You know? I'm a creative person, so I want to do movies. I don't want to do anything else.
Me too, but I just want to take up the banner and just do it until it reach a level that we don't have to go behind. Yeah. I understand. Yeah. For camera, edit, and I don't want to do that. I just want to act direct. That's it for me.
Yeah. But just to get to that point, because I'm telling you one of the reasons why I started to act in front of the camera still is one of my first movies. The person didn't come. The actor was late, and because it's my thing now, because it's my thing, I just say, you know what, we only got a certain amount of hours to use the place, and I just stepped into the role. And when the person came 2 hours after, still I said, well, I just realized that I don't really need a person. You know, so that's how I started acting. That's how I started shooting also still, because when I was shooting also, again, the person who was supposed to shoot didn't come.
The disappointment.
Yeah, but because it's my movie, I know exactly where the ums and the arms and the eye and the dot all, cross all the eyes and dot all the T's, you know what I say?
Yeah.
Cross all the T's and dot all the eyes.
Yeah, cross the T, dot
All the eyes, you know what I say? So I just slip right into it.
All right, so you've been doing the same format as Hollywood, as I say, it's not about movies alone. Walk us through, and when did it start? When it started, the fashion black thing where actors and filmmakers, they're mad because you black off New Kingston, you know? You actually black off New Kingston, KCC gave the permission, you black off New Kingston. I was a part of it, I don't know if it was the first one. It was the first one? Yeah, when you turned me in a model, I walking whole I run you in a New Kingston and thing. Walk us through that process of you doing something like that. And I know how many years has it been gone now? Like, you're going to do it this year again, though?
Yeah, June 29. All right, so
what's the name of it?
Actors Across Borders. And Actors Across Borders is an event that includes the three things in most valid to Jamaica. Still, you have film, fashion, music, and we do a Hall of Fame induction process in the time years still. And because my background is in fashion, you know, it was an easy sell for me to do fashion still, and it's all about entertainment. So, but what the premise for it is for you to have actors walking the catwalk. You know what I say? We sprinkle a few models inside there still, but the premise is to have actors walking the catwalk still. So eventually, as it grow, you'll find more actors being part of it, and less models and extra persons still. We have even actors like yourself who are also musicians, you know, who are also designers. So that's part of it. It's kind of to create something different from what is out there now still, because what is out there now is just it's a music event or a sporting event. You know what I say? So try to combine all three, and the best place to do it is on Knoxville Boulevard, right in front where the Jollywood headquarters is. Yeah.
All right, so it's the first time I'm going to say this to you on camera.
Sorry, and this is going to be the third year we're doing this.
It's third year. Yeah. So the first time I'm going to say this to you on camera. While I was on set, Kingsley walked in the New Kingston era. And when we were in the dressing room together, Kingsley said, "Yo, my man Cornelius, man, I see you're a big shot in the country. I went to New Kingston and I saw your portrait. You're a real celebrity, you know what I mean?"
Yeah.
So what he saw was your magazine. That you post up outside. So, for those who don't know, everybody will come and New Kingston or pass and see the bag of actor them from the magazine. This is the guy. Walk us now through the process of you creating the magazine, and like how many of them are designed already?
All right, so I have done over almost 200 magazine covers. And here's the clever thing about the magazine covers now still. The most important part of a magazine is actually what? The cover. The cover is what people see, the cover is what lives on for a long time. The cover is going to be there. The cover is the reason why you walk up to a magazine and take it up off the shelf and look through it still. 85% of the magazine is all about advertising. 3% is about readable stuff. But the 1%, the important part, the cover, is what lives on still. So what I stick with and what I do is I stick with the 1%, the most important part. So I design the covers because Jollywood, again, is to acknowledge, celebrate, highlight, and promote the industry. Yeah? And that's why, so the magazine comes into promoting or highlighting said person or the industry itself. Because again, Hollywood is not just about making movies. Part of the system is the magazines. So you find some companies in Hollywood, you have one company holding out 3 or 4 magazines. So when you see one actor and 4 or 5 different cover magazines still, it's coming from one entity, and that is part of the promotion.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Because there's a value chain to the industry itself, you know. And I'm giving you some game now still. There's a value chain to it.
Yeah.
When you go into Hollywood and you're going overseas, you need an agent. First line of defense. When you get to the agent now, the agent will say to you now, you know what, to get your image out there and to promote you more, we're going to send it to the magazine companies. And that's when you go to the magazine companies and they start put the image all over the place for people to say, oh, okay, this guy from Jamaica, da, 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 da. When they do that also now, they also send it to the TV talk shows to speak about yourself, like what you're doing right now, and promote whatever you're promoting still. When a movie is finished, depending on the movie, there's merchandise. Yeah, merchandise also, t-shirts, whatever.
Cups.
T-shirts, cup, whatever still. After those things now, it goes to where? The movie theater. And that's where it actually comes in. And after the movie theater, after about a couple of years, it go where to? The museum. And then depending on the movie, there's also the bus tour that actually comes in and take persons to different locations to where it shoots still.
All right, cool. All right, so I think I have said a lot that I know about you that I wanted to get out there. Do you have any upcoming thing that you want the public to know? And a matter of fact, then maybe I hear you say 2 or 3 times say you have your own theater, and then maybe interested in that come for watch your movie. Okay. Let them know even though you say Knutsford Boulevard is big, you have to tell them exactly where.
All right.
Give some info.
So Planet Jollywood, Jamaica, the movie theater. It's a movie theater and a museum mixed into one still. It's a home-style movie theater. It's almost like going to somebody's house who have a couch and have the fancy stuff, and you can go there and watch a movie. The museum is also a part of it. It's all about visual stuff. So we're on Knutsford Boulevard in New Kingston, Jamaica. And so when you come to New Kingston, you can Google it, you find Jollywood, Jamaica, Planet Jollywood, you can come and watch movie. But I always tell people that the movie theater is not just for my movies alone still. You know what I say? If you as a young filmmaker and you have a movie to show, you can come and show it at Jollywood still. But at the same time, your movie cannot be, I always say this, my brethren, you have Jamaican movies and you have movies that actually stars Jamaican actors. I always want to do a movie with Jamaican actors. A Jamaican movie is what you see on YouTube and them cuss bad and I'm gonna kill you and all them things still. I try not to make those movies still because again, I have to be an indirect gatekeeper of that because you have a whole different type of people who come and watch movie, and sometimes, you know what I say, and to be honest, some of those movies cannot really sell, would appeal to overseas people still. But again, I applaud anybody who pick up a camera and even try to be a creative or try to create something that within itself is a good feat itself, you know what I'm saying. But I don't only show my movies, I open it to anybody who want to come and show the movie from maybe different from us, a one-day thing. Because if you go to another entity, to show your movie, it might only can be there for maybe one night. I said, listen man, if you come to Jollywood, you can be there for a whole weekend or 2 weeks, and you get a better run and a better feel out of showing people your stuff, you know.
All right, so before we go, plug all your social, man.
All right, so
to contact you.
All right, so on Instagram, Jollywood_Jamaica_CEO, you'll find me. We also have some other Jollywood pages out there. We have the Jollywood magazine, the Jollywood merchandise, the Jollywood Hall of Fame, Jollywood Talent magazine. So anything you type in with Jollywood still, more likely something for us come up. But that's basically it. That's basically all the social. YouTube, Jollywood Jamaica. That's basically it, you know.
All right, so thanks for joining us, Mr. Condison. You're doing a great job. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't stop. Don't stop. Press gas, Majika. What you do is a great thing. So, join us again for our next exciting episode of We There. As you can see, we're there.
We're there.
We don't know where you there now, but we're there.
We're there.
All right, join us next time.